The third don't pick a business that you cannot scale. So don't pick a business that is just going to operate locally and it is very difficult to take it outside of your local area. Don't pick a business that will require you to do something that once you run out of 24 hours in the day, you don't really have 24 hours because you have to sleep, you have to eat, you have to take a shower, you have to take care of your kids. So once you run out of your time that you have in the day to invest in your business, if it cannot scale beyond that, it's a bad business. So let's say you are starting a business and your business is creating some very unique blankets that are made by hand, and then no one in the world knows how to do it, only you, because you came up with some technique and you have some tricks and things that you use to make it very unique and beautiful. And let's say you can spend 8 hours per day, 6 days a week working on blankets. And let's say that it takes you 1 day to do 1 blanket. So 8 hours to do a blanket. When you start getting 7 orders per week, what are you going to do? You will have to train somebody else to do it. Yes, so in that way it is a little bit scalable because you can train someone else to do it. But then it's still not a very good business. Firstly, you will train a competitor to do it. Yes, you can get them to sign non-disclosure agreement and non-compete that for 5 or 10 years they cannot sell the same blankets in the market. But still, I don't like this kind of business. I generally don't like businesses where you can only exchange your time for money, even if you can train other people, especially if training other people is very difficult, like in that case with this unique blankets. And yes, it's better to have this kind of business than no business at all, but generally, I would prefer a business where it is more scalable and the scaling of the business requires less pain. The fourth tool is be self-sufficient. So when you start a business, you generally don't have much money. So you have to be very careful. You need to be very smart because for your business to survive, you need to have enough cash. As I said, most businesses fail because they run out of cash. Think about why business will fail. Either person decides to stop running the business or they cannot run it anymore because they do not have cash. They do not have money to continue running the business. So when you start your business, you can do a lot of the things yourself. So for example, instead of hiring somebody to record the video of you, get yourself a camera. Get yourself the camera I have, Canon G7X Mark II. It is a fantastic camera. The only downside of this camera is that it does not have an external microphone, but the microphone you get from the camera is good enough. You can also record audio as a backup on your phone, and that will be good enough camera for you to use to start building your business. If you need to start a website, you can do everything yourself and just hire somebody for things that you just cannot figure out or you don't have time to figure out. So build your website on WordPress. This is what I always recommend. This is what I do for my sites. Get a WordPress team to get a nice design, and then get MailChimp for your email collection system, and then configure everything in WordPress and start your business, start your website. You don't need to hire somebody and pay them thousands of dollars to create this amazing, beautiful website for you in the beginning. You will be in a good position with a site you can build yourself on WordPress. And in the worst case scenario, if you're really struggling to configure things, hire somebody on Upwork, and I would pay maybe $50 to help configure things on WordPress. So maybe you would select a team and you tell them, okay, I want you to install this theme on WordPress. I need you to connect MailChimp to make sure that people can sign up for my newsletter and things like that. So you do most of it yourself, you do research, you select the team, then you find a person that is highly rated on Upwork for web design and specifically for WordPress, and then you hire them just for this small task. If you need to create nice designs for your social media, you can use Canva and create all the designs yourself. If you need to write a copy yourself. You don't need to hire somebody and pay them thousands of dollars to do copywriting for you. Another huge benefit of doing things yourself is it will help you develop a good business judgment in terms of what is each task worth, how much you should be paying for particular tasks. If you are the one who is a videographer and editor of your videos and copywriter and web developer in terms of using WordPress platform to create nice websites for yourself, and marketer, if you do everything, if you have all these hats, you will figure out what is the minimum amount of expertise required and effort required and resources required to do a particular task. And then when you hire people who can do it better than you and who can do it faster than you and save you time, you will know what each task is worth, and you're not going to be overpaying, and you will know what to look for, and you will know how to check their work. So for example, now with videos for YouTube, I do get some help with editing. Some of the videos I edit from start to finish, and some of the videos I actually firstly send footage to an editor, and then I get footage back from them. I review it, do additional edits, and then export. So I am still, even now, even after running Firms Consulting for over 10 years, I still myself record. I am the videographer for everything. Even when we do big programs like with Kevin and with Bill, I am the main videographer on that floor, because you will be shocked how professionals do not even pay attention if the camera is in focus, even though you're paying them thousands of dollars for their time and effort. So I'm still quite heavily involved in things, but I'm starting to delegate more, because obviously I need to free up my time so I can do things that no one else can do for the business. And I strongly advise you to start this way for your business, so that you can be educated on different aspects of the business and not overpay, and be able to check people's work and be able to evaluate people when you're hiring them. You will know what good looks like, you will know what is required, and you will also be able to notice when people trying to tell you nonsense. So it is another thing in business when you're talking to, for example, videographers, you're talking to web developers, they often tell you complete nonsense. Not true at all. You know more than them. But for a customer that is not familiar with the jargon, not familiar with the area of expertise, they will just believe them and they will go with it. So our horrible example is when we were redesigning FIRMSconsulting.com the first time around, which I think was in 2013. And we were working with a US development company. And they told us that the way they had to do it is they had to put website under development. Literally, people would go to the website and it will say under development, and that nothing will happen with our search engine optimization. Everything will be fine. We trusted them. The website was under development for a while, and then when we launched the new site, we lost all our Google traffic. And this happened only because we trusted people instead of investing time in diving in deep enough so that we could immediately figure out if someone is telling us nonsense, and so that we could protect the business. So highly recommend in the beginning of your business, get some level of expertise in important areas for your business, and then start delegating, start hiring people, but in a very smart way. Do not overpay. Take advantage of the fact that there are a lot of people you can hire remotely. You can hire them in low-cost countries where you will be paying them a good salary, a good compensation, and you will be getting good enough input, but you will be paying significantly less than if you hired someone in Canada or UK. And you know what? I am 100% for jobs in America, and I work very hard to pay taxes and to create value for society. But to be a sustainable business, certain things you have to outsource, certain things you have to hire outside of United States, because otherwise your business just will not be competitive. Imagine if you have to pay someone 10 times. So let's say you have to pay someone $5,000 in United States, and for the same job you're paying someone $500 in another country, maybe Ukraine. So you're paying them $500 a month. You're paying a person based in US $5,000. You take this $4,500, you can reinvest it into your business, creating value for your clients, creating value for your members. And that is my thinking. This is how I like to run business. I try to preserve cash, reinvest it back into the business so that we can create more value for our members, for our clients. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. My goal is to have 10,000 subscribers by the end of 2020. So if you subscribe, you really will be helping me out. Let me know in the comments what kind of business you are building or what kind of business you are thinking about starting. And what is one thing that you're concerned about the most when starting your business? What is that one thing that you need help with the most? If you let me know in the comments, I will try to do a video on that. Stay focused, stay productive, do good things for the world, and I'm looking forward to see you next time.